inert matter that I'm smoking. So basically, last week, as you guys know, Holly, an ex-partner of Russ Mckamey of Mckamey Manor. If you don't know who Russ Mckamey is from Mckamey Manor, like, I remember when Russ, as far as I'm concerned, Russ was sort of peaking about the same time that Takedown Man was starting his videos. It all seems to be in my memory about 4 or 5 years ago. That's when Russ was like killing it on YouTube, where everyone was like, fucking hell, look at this, looks amazing. Look at this shit. Oh my God, wow. Oh. And this, you got to remember, back then, it was like Wild West days on YouTube. Like, you could post some crazy shit and monetize it. And I'm pretty sure Russ would have been making some good money off of his channel back then. I'm sure that would have been his main income from the Mckamey movies, if you know what I mean. Because how else is he funding this shit? Like, has anybody got an answer for how Russ funds this shit? Because he just takes payments of dog food, right? I mean, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah, dog food initially, and well, me particularly, he took $120 off of me though for a so-called quote unquote donation.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Why don't we just go straight in? I'm gonna just give you the floor and let you sort of just talk openly and just talk. I'm going to try and frame you better as well. You're kind of just lost down there in that little square. So we maybe do this way, and then there we go. There we go. Now I feel like I'm looking at you, true love. I feel like I'm looking into your face. None of this nice.
Now you got my pretty smile now.
Holy shit, I got half a Ron face. Hello, children. Okay, so Ron's like a lot of Ron there. That's a lot of Ron. Okay, so
go TikTok here.
Yeah, just fucking stop mentioning TikTok. Eventually, someone's going to drag me onto that fucking platform and have me doing some shit that I don't want to do. All right. Okay. So everybody, just a big welcome to True Love. Thank you for stepping forward. Now, what I'd like you to just do is just start at the beginning. You know, you don't have to rush through anything. If you're needing to get away, I know you're at family and stuff like that. So we are completely in your time frame. So do it all.
Sure.
As you want, but just know that the people here, they are hungry for the details. So don't feel like you need to rush over anything. If you get halfway through and you have to leave, we can just pick up tomorrow, baby. We can do this all week. All right, we can do this all week. So
sounds good to me.
You just carry on, my brother, and everybody. This is True Love. True Love. This is everybody, and take it away. Take it away.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Dan Truelove, and basically, I stumbled across Mckamey Manor back in 2007 or so, back when I was in high school, and didn't think too much of it. I did hear about, the dog food donations and all that, and in between that time, everything kind of, faded away. I didn't really hear too much hype about it.
And how
after the fact.
How old were you then, True Love?
Probably about 17, 18 at the time. Okay. I'm 31 now.
Shit.
But yeah.
He's been running for a while. Like, I mean, that's crazy. It's just amazing how quickly time goes. Actually, it's once you have kids, time just goes fucking rapid. It's just a series.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
My birthdays and bill
payments. Yeah. Oh my gosh, time really does.
It does
really accelerate once you have.
So you've had this sort of deep-rooted want and excitement, sort of drilled into you by you for like a decade. So you're pumped at this point, I would imagine, like to even just be getting considered to go into the manor, even just I would assume making contact with Russ at that point in your life would have been like, fuck, that's exciting. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So, it's almost meeting or talking to like a celebrity.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was short-lived. I'm not setting you up here for something. I'm just saying it's interesting how long, your mindset went for on that, because I know what I was like when I was 17, full of piss and vinegar and thinking I could take on the fucking world. Do you know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. So I'm going to shut up now because I'm really good at just talking shite. So I'm just going to shush. So carry on.
You're all good, brother. Yeah, so, I started my family and everything was out of sight, out of mind about the whole entire experience, or, like everything that I had heard about because it was just, like little articles about it. And there was like a couple of videos about it. And the rumors were all you had to do is pay, a couple bags of dog food that were donations, and you can get it absolutely for free. So that struck my interest back in high school. I started a family, and so everything was out of sight, out of mind, like I said. And then, after I had my kids and everything of that matter, just browsing on Netflix, being a bored dad, I came across that Netflix, movie or whatever that was, documentary, The Haunt of the Scare, or The Art of the Scare, Haunter's The Art of the Scare. And they were talking about Mckamey Manor, and it totally re-jolted my interest in everything.
Okay. And was it as extreme when you were in high school? Has it always been as an extreme to the public eye? I mean, was he as open with the sort of level of the madness back then, or did that grow over time as well?
I want to say yeah, because it was extreme when I was like checking it out back in 2007, 2008, and then it totally just jolted everybody's interest once it got exposed onto the Netflix documentary. So it just re-piqued my interest back into the whole entire Mckamey Manor thing again. So I just totally started researching everything, and then I found YouTube videos and started watching all these YouTube videos, which I didn't realize he had made. Even back in high school, I didn't realize he had made all these YouTube videos.
Okay.
And from there, from watching all the YouTube videos, I actually thought a little bit harder. I'm like, I wonder if this guy's got a Facebook page, so I could add him as a friend and maybe possibly talk to him about maybe doing it, because I'm a thrill seeker and I like a challenge. I like to challenge myself. And
how old were you at that point? Was this still in the high school days, or are we jumping forward a wee bit now?
Oh no, yeah, we're jumping forward now to where I'm a father now, and I'm in my early to mid 20s now.
Okay.
So, well, actually, I would say late 20s, because when I went through, because I had only researched it for about a year up until the point that I actually did decide to go through. So I was definitely in my late 20s is when I started getting the re-jolt of interest into the Mckamey Manor.
Yeah.
So anyways, that came out, and then my interest peaked, and I reached out to him. I found him on Facebook. I found out there was a closed group. I started getting really involved in the closed group. He had his girlfriend at the time, Holly, who was involved, and they were actually live streaming everything on this closed group of people actually going through. So I'm really interested now, because it's basically like the coolest version of a reality show, and you're watching it live right in front of you. And these people
it's like a hands-on ARG, which is like an augmented reality game, I guess, right? Except this is more extreme. And don't get me wrong, anyone who thinks Russ is the only extreme haunt, he's not. I mean, there is some serious businesses out there making money. I mean, you just got to look at things like Blackout and other haunts that are extreme, but nobody seems to leave there covered in glitter after doing 12 hours of hard labor. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely,
because there's no prize money at the end of these Blackouts. It is exactly what it's sold as, an experience. Do you know what I mean? And that's where sort of Russ's is a little bit different. It's fucking weird. Like, I still don't even know what it is. It's not a business. People keep talking about BDSM, and I mentioned this to the admins. I was like, I'm being serious. What the fuck is this? It's not a business. Are we fueling someone's... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, kink? Is it like a really fucking deep-rooted kink? Because I heard as well that the manor... In fact, just say yes or no. You can talk about this in your own time. But apparently, the manor begins the minute you're accepted. And there's like a whole bunch of stuff that goes on before you even arrive there. Is that right?
That's absolutely true. Yeah. So once you get approved for it, basically your experience starts from the second that you get approved to go into the manor. And then you start getting these, what they call tasks. Yep. And you have to and it varies from person to person, But more or less what these tasks include are basically self-humiliating yourself in front of a Walmart or whatever.
Yeah, Birdie's freaking out. I just want to just say, yeah, Birdie, sorry about that. I didn't mean to say it's definitely not a kink thing. If it is a kink thing, it's certainly not within the realms of what is the known kink world, if that makes sense.
Because it's its own independent thing.
Yeah. That could be his kink.
Yeah, it's a personalized individual kink. How about that? Personalized individual kink.
Very, very much an artisanally handcrafted kink for himself. 100%.
What was interesting, what True Love was saying in regards to them live streaming it, there's a movie actually released in 2008 called Untraceable, where it was based on people watching these people die, and the more people who viewed it, the quicker it happened. Yeah, I remember that. It's true. Like, the population would love to see something like that, so they were taking an advantage of something that would have been successful in a way.
And as a matter of fact, he uses a lot of those live streams to kind of guide the individual tour. And since we're talking about like movies in Hollywood and all that, there's even a episode on, what the heck? It's one of my favorite shows on Netflix. It's like the Twilight Zone of Black Mirror. Yeah,
oh man, like such a good series.
I love it. I love it to death. And you know what? There's the one episode where it basically all the people that like thumbs down or like thumbs up on what happens to a person, or they talk negative is like if they live or die kind of thing. So it's very much kind of like something very.
Do you know how many comments I have on my Red Rooms documentary about people that are like, "Oh my God, I wish I could find a red room. I wish I could find this. I wish I could find this," and I'm like, no, you don't. Okay. You know those guys that walk into the curry house and want the hottest curry, the hottest fucking curry, please. I want the.
No, you don't.
One. And then as soon as they put it in their mouth, instant regret. That is the people that think they want to see this. Also, Wolf, thank you very much for joining us. If anyone wants to take a look at Wolf, this is literally the long lost brother of Chef. This is like Chef is a community member of ours. You're literally like the long lost cousin or brother of Chef. We have found him, Chef. We have found him. We can reunite the brothers. So welcome. We're just going to let True Love carry on. But Wolf has got a very similar experience as well, with a little bit of a comedy twist on how he handled Russ and his experience. So we will get to you, Wolf. We're doing story time right now. And True Love, again, it was actually Wolf who brought my attention to the pre-game mind games. And we've got a very smart community member who she knows the human brain, like, and has the paperwork to prove it. And, she backed up exactly what I said, Wolf. This is all totally conditioning, 100% conditioning for when you're there to basically perceive Russ's voice as a friendly, thing you can trust. He's trying to get into your head for when you get to the manor so that you can be pushed further and further. And it's okay that these strangers have got their hands on you because your pal Russ is there. Fucking give him some of that.
Uncle Russ is here. Don't worry.
Right. So anyway, True Love, carry on with what you were saying. You'd gotten up to the point where you're a father. You're just sort of getting your buzz again for the manor, and you'd contacted him on Facebook. So carry on.
Sure. So then I started getting involved. Basically, actually, I just wanted a quick shout out. What's up, Wolf? How you doing, baby?
How you doing, man?
So, anyways, started getting involved with the live feeds, because like I said, it's like a reality show, and he totally was involving these comments, or at least a general amount of the comments, towards everybody's individual tours. And I was totally eating it up. I was just loving it. And I am, being the smart ass kind of person that I am, I always had an input on these live feeds, and I would always be inputting. And, I had such a voice, like, within these live individual chat, not individual chat, but the live feeds that he was always posting. And it basically gained me up to moderator status. And he liked everything that I said, and he liked my input. Like I included now in his tours, he's got these big old rubber lips. That
Yeah, I think I got to send some pictures. I think Wolf has caught me up.
I had him on too.
Somebody's like literally image dumped a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook for me, and I copied all that down. It was an awesome dump. But yeah, there's been a lot of input seemingly from the community on that as well. True Love, I'm pretty sure you said in your video.
Yeah, and I totally turned him on to those. I saw like a small video on Amazon, them advertising those rubber lips, and I'm like, hey, because before that he was using like a dental dam kind of thing in the mouth, and I'm like, hey, these rubber lips are hilarious. You need to let the next people go through and wear these ridiculous rubber lips, which he definitely used whenever I did my particular tour as well. So I, was biting my own words when I had to wear those rubber lips for my individual tour.
Thanks a lot for that, Dan. I had him in too. Thank you.
I bet a whole bunch of people watching us going, that motherfucker. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Fuck.
So sorry for everybody that has to wear those, but that was totally my idea. So I was totally involved. I was such a fanboy, and I was like, you know what? I got such a voice. I think I needed to stop talking all this smack, and I think I just need to do it, you know? And so I'm involved in this group, and there's a particular character that really stood out, that really wanted me, or that really like intrigued me to want to go. And if you can get a hold of him or do some sort of kind of interview with him, he's a very, very interesting character. He would give you a great commentary.
Okay.
His name is Joshua Sardina.
Okay.
And he is this big, bad, rough and tough, like one of those fake wrestlers, like you see like with the WWE or WWF.
Like, where's your neck? Where's your neck, buddy? Yeah, I know the type.
Exactly. So he signed up to do the tour, and for a solid month, he was talking nothing but trash about how he's going to take down the manor, burn it down, and this and that, and this and that. And he got a lot of people really hyped up and really interested in wanting to watch this guy go through. And he was from Las Vegas, so of course he's a showman himself, and he's part of the WWE, which is all fake showmanship anyways. Yeah. But he's a showman nonetheless. And so he actually flew from Las Vegas to Tennessee, and he shows up at Russ's house at 12 o'clock, 12:30 in the morning, and starts honking on his horn. He's doing a personal Facebook Live, and honking on his horn. And then you see Russ come out with a gun drawn, and Holly, which is his girlfriend at the time, and the dog's in the background. And he's asking about the money, like, let me see the money, bro, but let me see the money. And it was ridiculous. It was so crazy. But after that, it totally, like, I'm like, I have to do this, because it was just so ridiculous. And he gained so much attention.
Yeah, of course. Running up on your lawn, guns drawn, tends to do that. Do you know what I mean? That is instant. You're definitely making it in the local papers. But I mean, is there not some plan to storm Mckamey Manor? Like, somebody was saying to me that like December 1st, people are planning on storming Mckamey Manor. Russ will shoot all of you. Okay, Russ, as soon as you step on his yard, is just going to open fire. He's going to be sat there with a massive hard-on, just waiting. It is
a carry conceal state, like, people.
Make my day. Do you know what I mean? Like, just don't do that. Don't storm Mckamey Manor. You will be shot. Dig in. Tunnel into Mckamey Manor. Tunnel in. Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I definitely wouldn't recommend it at all. So yeah. Exactly.
But it is funny. It is funny, though.
Yeah, the memes would be amazing. Like, the memes would be worth it in the end, but not the loss of life. The loss of life would be catastrophic. All right, so just don't be doing that. Anyone who thinks they're going to storm Mckamey Manor, don't be doing that. Okay, just send really strongly worded DMs. Okay, just fucking keyboard bash your way. All right, but
use the Canadian filter. It works perfect.
Just do that shit. Okay, so again, I'm going to shut up and let you carry on with your story, because Ron is a nightmare for just interrupting the guests. I'm going to put the camera off so I can't see myself, and I don't feel like I'm here. Okay, go.
All right. Well, let me kind of sum everything up. So basically, I get to the point where I'm dedicated. I've talked to everyone I need to talk to, and now I'm signed up. I actually, and the physical, you have to go through a physical, health physical, which I did. I paid $100 for. and you had to have all that with you. But he told me I need to bring $120 donation, and I called him because I wasn't making much money at the time. I'm like, hey, is there any way to avoid bringing in this donation? He's like, no, you absolutely need to bring this $120. So this, and Justin, I don't know about your tour or anything, buddy, but he said that was non-excusable. I had to bring that $120. So this whole thing with bringing dog food and you're in for free it's complete BS, because he told me I'm not allowed to come in if I don't bring that $120. Plus I had to pay for the hotel down in Tennessee, and then all that gas money to drive down there, which was about 6.5 hours away from where I live in St. Louis.
Damn.
So this whole myth of this dog food gets you in for free.
Like, I think
I had to pay $100 physical as well.
I think the only thing that is sort of making sense about the dog food is he must be feeding his dogs with the dog food, right? Because like Holly, I think in her tapes was saying there was dog food everywhere. He says it's for a local dog refuge. I'm just sort of putting two and two together here. Dog food. Russ has dogs. Dog food everywhere. I'm thinking there's some hungry dogs in a shelter somewhere expecting a pallet of dog food, and old Russie boy is he's not delivering, but I could be wrong.
Trying to get the 25-year supply, pretty much.
He's prepping, but in the weirdest way possible.
So check it out. The dog food actually has nothing to do with this Tennessee location. That all started back when he was in the California location, when he was with Carol, and Carol, his ex-girlfriend, or I guess ex-girlfriend now to this point, she actually did care about the dogs, and she actually had a donation set up for the Greyhound Rescue, and that's where the food was originally going. He's using this dog food excuse to basically make it seem like he's still a good character. I mean, granted, yeah, he has 5 dogs at his house right now, and that's the only place that dog food is going to. It's not going towards
the Greyhounds
or anything of that matter.
Are they greyhounds, or are they big, scary-looking motherfucking dogs?
Yeah, they're big, skinny, skinny noses. Yeah, they're kind of a crazy-looking breed.
It's like it's like the Mckamey Manor mongrel fucking breed.
The Dobermans or whatever.
Oh, Dobermans. Fuck. I just want to say to everyone out there, okay? There's 2 types of dog that you can get out there, right? There's every other type of dog, all right, who will run at someone, barking as they run, alerting you to where they are. Then there's Dobermans, the only breed of dog that you can literally train a Doberman to silently sneak up behind someone and bite their fucking throat out. No noise. Just doing that stupid bam. So just if you ever meet someone and they've got a bunch of Dobermans that are quiet as fuck, just be wary. Just when you leave, walk backwards slowly out of the property. All right, you got to watch them Dobermans. Also, Jack Russells. They'll fucking get you, those little fuckers. Okay, so tell us now. Let's jump forward, right? Let's jump forward. Let's talk about the week before. Let's talk about the minute you got accepted, because I think you yourself had put a challenge to Russ about perhaps missing out the front yard and going straight into the manor, because I had no concept of how he was pushing people to that limit, right? Because when you described it as like 8 or 9 hours of manual labor, right, before you go in the manor, you're kind of at a disadvantage. Like, you just want to go for a nap at that point. Do you know what I mean? Oh shit! Someone just
someone's hitting Christmas music.
So that's my clock. Hang on.
I hear music in the background.
I'm singing it in my head.
We're just tuning. I bet we get demonetized. I bet someone owns that fucking song.
My bad, guys. Sorry about that.
It'll be like Swedish Clock Anthems 2007.
Oh god!
You played our song in your video. Fucking hell.
That was literally the nightmare before Christmas right there, boys.
I was just singing along in my head, just being like...
The worst thing is I just assumed it was one of the kids' toys. Like, the kids' toys just go off random. Like, you'll be sitting watching some scary shit on YouTube, and then a giraffe toy with very low batteries will start singing, but because it's in low batteries, it sounds like a demon, has come from another dimension, and it's horrible.
Draft. We are drafts.
It's horrible. It's like
Baby shark.
no, evil fucking giraffe. No. Okay, so again, shut up, Ron. Turn off the camera. Okay, Josh is here as well. I'm just going to pull Josh in just to let Josh. You're all good, mate. Just hang tight. We're just working our way through the panel. Very welcome to yourself, and just everybody, so everyone knows, Josh, the Trooper Pooper, is another member of the Facebook group. I assume you are. You could just be a crazy person that's jumped in from a random place, but I'm going to assume you're from the Facebook crew. I'm assuming that. It's all good.
I'm craziest of the fucking crazy.
The craziest of the crazy. I like it. Right now, what I'm going to try and do, right, is if I can full screen True Love. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So now, just so that when you're telling your story, you're not a tiny little box, so that when people are watching it on mobiles, they're like, "What the fuck am I watching here? What is this tiny man?" So we'll give them all a bit of mercy. So I'm sorry to just like throw your face up there. But
That's all right. That's all right.
It's the week before. You've just been accepted. Take us through the chaos that ensues from that moment.
All right, so I think like what you were kind of talking about. So I noticed watching previous people going through, they were doing all this crazy ass shit in the front yard. And look at me. I mean, I'm obviously a smoker, right? So
yeah,
they're literally putting on like a chain backpack with a 20-gallon barrel on their back, and they're doing a turtle crawl in the front yard. They're flipping these huge tractor tires in the front yard, and they're doing this ab lounge kind of crap and getting sprayed in the face with water. All this crazy BS bullshit. And I figured, well, you know, and Russ says it all the time, you know, this is a game. We're trying to, you know, play a game here. So I'm like, well, there's always another way to play the game. So I try to come up with an idea, and I presented it to Russ, and he totally went for it. I said, hey, is there a way that I can skip all of this bullshit because it doesn't count for any time in the manor? Can I just sign the contract and just go straight into this so-called manor of yours? And he said, sure, absolutely. There's always another way to, you know, do this. All you need to do is, you know, make a 10-minute video humiliating yourself and begging and pleading and making yourself look as silly as possible.
I'm just going to steal some of Russ's content while you're talking here.
Oh, that's not a problem. Just make yourself look like a big old baby. Make yourself look like a big old sissy in front of everybody. And if it's funny and if it's worthy enough, we will let you just sign the contract and you will go straight through. So I did that. And I did a big old chicken dance. I was calling myself a big old baby. I even was I was on a live stream on Facebook in front of hundreds of people, and I talked to my 90-year-old neighbor, Shirley, and I was telling her that I'm just a big old chicken and I'm doing a big old chicken dance and just making myself look ridiculous and begging on my knees and this and that. And he thought it was hilarious. So that's what evolved out of the Daniela tour. He then henceforth it called the Daniela tour, which was basically the sissy tour. And after that, he said people could, you know, pursue the Daniela tour, but they had to make another video that was 10 minutes long, but even funnier than the video that I did. So that's kind of, if you ever hear of anyone talking about the Daniela tour, that's what that was. And that's where that came from.
Okay.
So
yeah, just to let everyone know, just in case anyone hasn't seen any of the Mckamey Manor content, I'm just sort of playing this in the background because I mean that was a minute and a half intro, and it speaks for itself. I mean it's fucking over the line extreme, and if every one of these contestants has had to do effectively a 6 or 7 hour hard labor shift before they've went in, because that was always the thing that I was questioning myself, because everyone looks fucked in the videos. They look absolutely shattered. Okay. So you think to yourself, man, they must be like 8-9 hours into the manor, right? Because that's what we're watching, right? It's Mckamey Manor. But I mean, how is anyone supposed to do 8 hours outside and then 8 hours inside? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, when you find out the realities of it all, let's just, if we're just talking about this as if it is a hunt and we're not talking about any of the other stuff, you're already at a massive disadvantage when you go in, right? I mean, clearly.
Ron,
absolutely.
Sorry.
I don't want to sound stupid when I say this, but could this potentially be a hardcore thing for him?
Well, it's funny you say that because I'm doing a project that's coming out next month, and for me, what makes up hardcore and what makes up red rooms and all this kind of stuff? When you look at the context of it on paper, people don't need to die in these things. Do you see what I mean? It's torture on the internet, and he comes fucking very close to a legitimate form of red room and torture, and a legitimate form of torture online where he's created these loopholes for himself because the waivers are signed and actors are there, and it's all done as a public event. I mean, I still don't know what it is. It's not a business, okay? It's not a scary house. Do you know, it's not a haunted house. There's no end game. It's not an experience. It's like an endurance test through fucktardery. I mean, I don't know what it is. I know what he tries to sell it as. I know what everyone's perception of it is, but it's not even a business. I don't even understand how it can stay afloat. If you're saying everyone's paying $120, do you see what I mean? But his business is $120 per shift, but it's 16 to 20 hours in a week beforehand. No one's surviving off that money. So where's the money coming from, Russ? How are you surviving, Russ? I don't get this.
Well, he does have a Navy pension.
He does have a Navy pension. Okay, there we go. All right, so he's cruising along that way. Okay,
but that's very minimal money.
Yeah, unless he's adapted to eating dog food and he's just living on that breadline, and we can all live on the bare minimum. I'm just saying, there's people that would pay good money, and I shit you fucking not. People would pay good money for a fictional based torture experience where it's live streamed on the internet, and we're all sat in a chat like this using our mobile phones to say, right, I'll choose option number 1, which is, torture the person in Mckamey Manor with the fucking rotten eggs and the live cockroaches, and we all vote on it, and then that's what Russ does, and we've all paid fucking $90 a month for our membership and all that could be fucking sold tomorrow. That's how fucked the world is, okay? And you got to understand, like, that people's intrigue and all this stuff, when it's done in a safe way, when it's a theatrical thing and it's actors and they have that safety net where it's the same as when we watch a horror movie. We have that safety net to know that it's a movie we're experiencing. You see what I mean? Our brains would react differently to seeing the same things that we see in a movie, but in reality, our brains would just would just short circuit, So I get why people are intrigued by this stuff, and I get why people want to do this stuff, but I don't understand what Russ's end game is. I just don't.
I don't think there is an end game.
Like, I just don't.
It's just how it's like a fetish, dude. It eats off on it. It's like,
exactly
if you could make money by basically getting off all day, wouldn't you do it?
I wouldn't get anything done. I would literally get nothing done. I'd get nothing done. It would be so unproductive. Do you know what I mean?
So why do you think it takes him a year for him to get tour footage out? He gets nothing done.
This is it. But I've heard it's a fetish. I've heard it's a cult, right? There's a big whole massive bunch of people that have this whole cult theory in mind, and we're here to explore them all. And I tell you what, if the show starts running on a bit tonight, we will do a show every night this fucking week, right, with people that have got stuff on Russ, people that want to come and talk about Russ. We'll just keep this going all.
We may need to, because this is such a huge topic. This is such a huge story that everything that I want to even talk about, I would be holding up the Wolf. I would be holding up Josh on everything, because this is such a huge topic.
Yeah.
And there's so much to talk about here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally like a fucking onion. It's like the more you pull back, the worse it gets.
Well, listen, the good thing about this, right, and this is going to sound really weird, right? Oh, here we go. Mckamey Manor talk. Ron, we have another contestant for that had really brutal tour. What is happening? Mckamey Manor talk. In fact, Matt, can you get Mckamey Manor onto the Discord so that we've got them on the Discord so that we can get them on for a chat at some point tonight or tomorrow? Just expect some chat from the old Canadian here, Mckamey Manor talk. So yes. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. No one needs to feel rushed. If you guys can all get your introductions done, we can let True Love tell his story, and I am not going anywhere for this story. This is one of the very few massive myths, massive conspiracies that is actually fucking solvable, okay, compared to the rest of the problems in the world, okay? We are capable of getting to the bottom of this, okay? This isn't like the government. This isn't like the Illuminati. This is Russ, okay? A dude on the internet, all right? And don't get me wrong, this is not a hating on haunts. This is not a hating on people with the most fucked up consenting adult fetishes in the world. I don't care if you want to dress up as a badger and your missus wants to dress up as a fire pixie and you want to go and do it in a waterfall. I'm all for that. I don't care if you're consenting adults. I don't care how weird it gets. So for Russ, if this is a kink thing or he's got some weird, I'm sorry, I can hear Birdie triggering already. If Russ has some unique fucked up fetish that ties in with controlling people, like what happens the week or the 2 weeks before you go on to the manor, where he does these mind games with you and all of this kind of stuff, that stems from a place where he likes to dominate, obviously, and he likes to have control. He likes to be seen as a savior to you guys by instilling this Russ is your friend factor in your head throughout all of this. He then has his public persona that his Facebook group sees and YouTube sees, but then behind the scenes we're hearing about his girlfriends maybe being held up against the wall and bitten and all the things that sort of tie in with the little girls. And we're going to, and the young kids that, again, allegations, okay, legal reasons. These are allegations. But I mean, let me just
Allegedly,
algorithm. Okay.
That's word of the night.
Yep.
Who the fuck is Russ? Yes. Yes, Janix. Welcome to the party. Way late. Okay, so Mckamey Manor, just to sort of recap, it's a haunted house. I'm gonna play you guys. I'll play you guys the intro of this video again. It kind of sums it all up quite nicely. We have heard the stories, Russ, except the stories are getting awful predatory, you fucking weirdo. This is some highlights. These are people that have went through it. You can see it just looks lovely. It's a great place to take the kids on holiday. I do believe that Disney now are offering Mckamey Manor tours because it's so suited to family entertainment. Look at the mums and the dads. They're having a great time. This is all sarcasm, just in case there's any Sheldons out there. I do need to just make sure that we
except for maybe the Disney part, because Disney's taken over everything. So
yeah, Disney will scoop this up. You know, when they run out of shit to buy, they're like, "Fuck it, let's just start buying the weird shit off fucking YouTube."
It's like, fuck it, we'll just buy Deadpool.
Just buy Deadpool. So yeah, a lot of these people. I mean, this poor chick, she is cold. We can tell you're cold, love. You've had a shit time. This guy too, not having a good time. And there was cockroaches in some woman's mouth earlier as well. I swear to God, I don't care what I've signed. You put cockroaches in my mouth, I'm biting your fucking nose off or something, man. I'm going home with part of your face. It's happening. But
a lot of what we're right here, though, this is all Los Angeles right here. This is when he was in California.
Yeah, this was like the pinnacle.
This is nothing what it is now, though.
Yeah, no, it's
he was funded by.
Is that am I right? It's not what am I right in saying it's not what it used to be? Like California
it's not what it
California was like the peak of it all, right? Yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm pretty sure it's sort of public knowledge that it's the guy lives in a trailer and has a couple of trailers or a house and a couple of trailers. That is it. That is the manor now. It's kind of like
absolutely.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So before we digress anymore, right, let's just let you polish off your experience with your manor tour. Then we'll come back to Pooper. I'm just going to call you Pooper Trooper, okay? Because my brain is for some reason reading everything wrong. Okay, so I can just call you Josh. That makes way more fucking sense. That makes way more sense. Pooper
I think I like Pooper a lot more, actually.
For some reason, I was thinking Pooper Trapper.
Pooper Trapper. Oh, we're going to be tripping up over this all night.
That's actually a shout out to Holly. She called us Truther Poopers last year, so that's the shout out.
Well, listen, I just want to say as well, if there's anyone who watches this, if Holly or I believe it's Carol, any ex-employees, anyone who's done the manor, just jump on board this week. I want to speak to as many people as I can. We are going to be doing a couple of videos. So the live streams may tie in with the videos. Everyone that's on the panel just now is working on stuff for that, where we want to release a couple of videos that just put everything out there that's up to now. Do you know what I mean? We'll tell the story of Russ. We'll look at the allegations. We'll look at the allegations of abuse and all this stuff with the staff. Everything will be in these videos, as well as these gentlemen's experiences and all the rest of the people that are out there. But it's certainly the live streams are where every day we're going to have more up-to-date stuff, and you can come and join us. And like I say, I'm happy to do these all week. So let's just keep digging. And Russ, you scallywag, if you watch these, do you want to come and chat? Come and chat. Come and chat.
I would love that. I would love him to get the balls to come up on here.
Come
have a
chat.
seat. Come
Dude,
and have a seat.
good luck.
Just there's
Come and
space
have a
right
seat.
there.
He's gonna
Right in the middle
here.
here, right here, Russ. You can be right there, right in the middle of us all.
Yeah, just come and have a little chat, because listen, I'm a journalist. I have to extend the invitation, and I talk to some fucked up individuals, a lot worse than Russ, I have to say. So you will be treated fairly and handled with care. Do not worry. But I can't say that for the side chat. But
Russ loves his live streams. I mean,
yeah,
be perfect for him.
I'm just saying it'd be interesting. He's not an idiot. I'll just want to put that out there. Like, if anyone thinks that Russ is a stupid man, that's not the impression that I get from Russ. He might not seem it, but behind the scenes, he's definitely thinking a lot about the moves that he makes, especially on the internet. So, but hopefully not for long.
I think he was very careful in his past, but I think a lot of everything that he's done is getting more exposure, and I think a lot of truth and reality is coming out right now that doesn't make him look necessarily as smart as what a lot of people think he really is.
Like I say, just to make it clear to the people that watch this channel a lot, like we're not particularly what consenting adults do as grown men, as grown women. If you want to go into a crazy haunted house, no problem. All right, I have no problems with anyone's level of craziness at all. But some of the individuals that have been employed by Russ in the past, there's allegations now that some of them are registered sex offenders. A couple of them have been apparently registered for sex crimes against children. I'm still looking into this. I'm not going to name any names. We've positively got the facts there. I've had a couple of emails now from parents who live in Russ's area, who have seen Russ looking at their kids very strangely, want to remain anonymous. Obviously, they'll be included in the videos. I mean, how much can you really go on what people say? I would say that Russ's exes are probably the best source of information for what's going on inside Russ's head. But at the same time, why? I mean, when does anyone know how soon Carol spoke up about her concerns about Russ and possible inclinations towards kids? Like, is there a trail of exposing Russ for this that goes back years, or is this a new thing that's just picked up traction? Trooper, you seem to be giving me some facial expressions down there. What are you saying? What are you thinking?
That was me last night, and it's the first and only time she's ever spoke out on video, and
Okay.
part 2 is tonight in the group that you just joined today, actually.
Okay,
So,
wicked. Well,
So literally yesterday
okay,
was the
so
first time.
for me,
you're on a hot trail.
we need to be asking the questions as to why it's taken till now. Okay.
Literally, she came out because Holly did a video. I'm sure you've seen it. She said one thing that Carol didn't agree with, and Carol was like, fuck it, me and her were recording a video anyways. She finally decided, hey, we'll just do it live. We'll just, I guess she just literally said, fuck it, and we winged it. And Holly said one thing about Russ molesting his son, Russell. Carol says that she doesn't believe that he ever molested Russell,
I think Holly actually said she thought from the photograph she'd seen right in that tape. So
exactly,
allegedly,
she just
allegedly YouTube.
Yeah,
No one's
exactly.
No one needs to get lawyers. All right, this is allegedly.
Now again, we want to be kind of focusing on. That's one woman's interpretation, if you see what I mean. The looking at kids in Walmart, the physical, maybe the discussions that they've had, for me, are a bit more of a credible area, right? But, gentlemen, okay, we need to just remember that we're dealing with two ex-girlfriends that were probably extremely mentally conditioned by a gentleman who has some rather spicy fucking fetishes going on in his daily work life. And I'm hoping that this isn't a revenge plot from angry exes, if you see what I mean. I'm just saying, I don't know any of these people, okay? And trust me, there is some spicy meatballs out there when it comes to things that people will do to take someone they want to take down. So we need to be really trying to get some evidence or some proof. Like, we really do. We're talking about, you might be a motherfucker, all right? You might be a not nice man, but we need to try and get something. We need to try and get something. I mean, word of mouth is great, but we could literally sit here for the next 10 years discussing the same points. We need to try and narrow it down to provable. Now, was there not allegations of abuse against teens with one of the staff members? That I'm sure someone's got fucking police reports and shit. This is the stuff we want to be digging into. The stuff that we can wave in his face and be like, Russ, you need to answer for this. Accusations from exes are about, we need to watch what we're doing. That's all I'm saying. We just want to make sure that nobody says anything that's going to get lawyers involved, and you all stay safe, because it's spicy nuggets as far as these accusations. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of stuff that is pointing towards it being true. I'm going to be honest. Like, for me, the amount of stuff that's turning up is starting to point towards, I'm thinking that Holly's story could be true. Could be. Okay? Because there's a lot of stuff being sent in my DMs and my emails from.
I've personally talked with Holly. I've talked with her shortly. It was shortly after my tour that I talked with Holly, and I received a phone call from her, and she called me crying.
Yeah,
she called me crying. So I've been talking about this for over a year now.
Okay.
And this is like the little flame that started this whole entire explosion of waking people up to what Mckamey Manor was. And then I got in contact with Josh, or me and Josh got in contact, and we started that Facebook page. But regardless of the fact, she contacted me, and I was in the middle of dinner. I answered the phone. And when I answered the phone, I said hello, like, a normal conversation.
Yeah.
She didn't say, hi, hello, how are you doing? No, it was, he won't stop leaving me alone. And she was in tears. She was already in Texas at that point. She was in Texas when I did my particular tour. Yeah. So she was already gone, and she was already away from the situation at this point. But Russ continued to keep creeping up and stalking her. Okay. And she called me, and we had over a 2-hour conversation about everything. Basically, like what you heard in that audio of what's on YouTube right now, which is on my YouTube channel. It's on Justin's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That's.
Hey, listen, I just want to make it clear. I'm not discrediting anybody at all. I'm just saying we need to. But
it came from the most sincere, way, the way she was talking, was very sincere.
I completely agree. I completely believe you, mate. We just want to start. We want to be focusing on the stuff moving forward. Like if we really want action taken to Russ, like if you really want real results, we need to look at things that we can tangibly fucking prove. Like, don't get me wrong. If I am not discrediting any of Russ's exes in the slightest. I just want to make that clear. I just want to make it clear to everyone that for me, the first question has to be, why is it taken till now? Why is it taken till now? Holly said herself that she spent time coming back to Russ's town or wherever it was that it's back to Tennessee, sorry, because she was worried about the kids. This has happened over obviously over a long time.
Well, so I think I can answer that question, as a matter of fact. First of all, Holly participated in maybe two. She actually participated in the tours at Mckamey Manor. So therefore, she personally signed a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA.
Okay.
So
listen, fear of Russ is enough. Like his ex-girlfriends would have been terrified at this point. So I mean, I get it.
So basically, everyone has been afraid to speak up against Russ. Anyone that's like had a bad experience with Russ, everyone that's ever taken a tour with Russ had to sign that 40-page waiver, just like I did. All right. Everyone, and when you read that contract, you can be sued for up to like $50,000 or something dollars. So that's very scary to speak up against.
Of course.
Something like that. Like you're signing a non-disclosure agreement that you can be sued for up to $50,000. I was the first person as far as I'm concerned, in the world to put my middle finger up in the air to that non-disclosure agreement and speak out against Russ. I was not afraid of him because you know what? I'm broke. Dude, you can only squeeze a lemon so hard before it runs dry. My lemon was already squeezed.
I'm pretty sure the U.S. The U.S. legal system doesn't take bags of dog food, Russ. So unless you're planning on suing someone, you probably want to get some cheddar together.
Yeah.
You know, that shit ain't true. Holy shit, you've grown some hair, Josh, since the last time you were fucking on. That was like you just disconnected and now suddenly you've got like really long hair coming down one side of your fucking head. That's crazy. It's like it's Josh's evil twin. It's long hair, Josh.
That's a conspiracy theory right there.
Definitely left and hit puberty.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, right now, just because I just want people to get, I just want to finish on True Love's experience, right? Because we sort of started on that. So why don't you take us through to when, like I say, you're at the manor. Let's just give the people some of the meat. Tell us. You did genuinely seem so disappointed in your video when you were talking about your experience. Like you just seemed like this was a fucking letdown. Absolutely nothing to do with fear. I was exhausted. You know?
Yes.
So take us through that. I mean, I'm going to make you feel so just prepare yourself.
Sure. Oh, there I am. Okay, so I signed after I signed the contract, he gives you an option for fail cards. My particular situation was memorizing my safe phrase, which was very, very, very long.
Like, why would you have a safe phrase? You would just have a safe word. There's none of the, I'm dying. I'm trying to recite a chapter in a book. So, I mean, it just makes no sense. So tell us about
it. It was over 2 paragraphs. It was over 2 paragraphs. And I had to memorize it verbatim. If I missed like a and or the word the, it was wrong. So he gave me several options on a Facebook Live, like, how he was doing for everybody else. Yeah. And, I missed a few words. So I failed. He gave me like 6 fail cards. And if you lose those cards, then basically what he says, you're legally done. But he gave me an option. He's like, all right, well, because I missed a word, the, or I missed the word and. So basically, technically, I already failed the manor because I didn't memorize 2 paragraphs that he had to have me memorize. So he gave me the option, and I was such a fanboy at the time. I was not a hater of any kind of the manor. I wanted to go through it, and I wanted to push myself. I wanted to prove to everybody that I could do it and that this could be done. And my girlfriend went with me. And we're kind of skipping from my story here, but we can definitely talk about this later on in another podcast or whatever. But anyways, I had to cut her hair to get into the manor.
That's right. I remember you saying that in your video. How, when you say cut her hair, what are we talking about? Are we talking about shaving? Are we talking about cutting with scissors? What are we talking about?
He gave me a shitty ass pair of scissors, just regular scissors, and he set up all the cameras and all kinds of different angles before we went live stream on Facebook, and he had it recorded in all kinds of different angles, and he gave me the shitty pair of scissors, and she was totally willing and participating, and she wanted me to go through because we just drove 6.5 hours. She knew how much I was in love with it and how much I just wanted to go through. She wanted me to go through is the whole entire situation. She wanted me to go through. So I cut her hair. I didn't want to do it. She had beautiful, long, healthy hair, like halfway down her back.
Fuck.
Oh my God. And he totally saw that and took advantage of it. And he took advantage of me. He took advantage of her and totally was playing with our minds. And he said, all right. And he totally prepared. He gave me that safe phrase for me to fail.
Yeah, of course he did.
So
you got to look at every single stage of this. Okay, so he had you degrade and humiliate yourself on the run up to this. He had you physically exhausted when you arrive there. Like, all of this is pre-laid out. The fucking safe word is a safe phrase that's impossible to remember. It's all set up for Russ's own preordained knowledge that you're going to fail miserably. You know what I mean? That's him in a nutshell.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I just want to say as well, there's someone called Amy Lee. People are saying is ready to come on to the show. I don't have anywhere to send an invite to. So if there's anyone on Discord or
I sent a Discord link into the chat already. If the person joins, I'm already monitoring the Discord.
Yeah, I'm monitoring the Discord. Okay, if you want to contact me on the Facebook page or anything like that, I'm happy to have anybody on. I just don't know how to get a link to you. That's all. So who was it? It was Mckamey Manor Talk, I think, was talking about that. If you want to let me know how I can get a link to her, that's not a problem, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Pooper's dropped back in again. Here he is. So yeah, so it really sounds like the manor is obviously set up for everyone to fail. Russ's own little twisted fucking game or whatever. Your poor girlfriend had to fucking endure getting her hair cut off. I'm sure that was a fucking barrel of laughs when that went down.
And it's kind of interesting because I put that video out on Facebook, me talking about me cutting her hair. And actually, I had a psychologist come on there and make a comment. And it never even occurred to me that he is, and this is a cute, or someone that's claiming that they're a psychologist and basically talking to like sadists and narcissists and people like that. This was something that, like, he basically knows that he just took something out of this relationship, out of me and her relationship, and now I have to look at her every day in the back of my mind, realizing why her hair is so short, and she has to look at herself in the mirror every day, realizing that her hair is so short for the reason that it is, and that he basically like robbed something out of our relationship. And more or less, I have to think about him every day when I look at her. And that never really occurred to me until after this person made a comment. And that was like really deep. And that it was kind of like a stab.
That is
like, I didn't thought of it that way.
Yeah, that is dark. That is dark.
So coming from a supposed, I don't know if it was a psychologist or not, but they would almost have to be to make a comment like that.
No,
So,
for sure. And yeah, it sounds awful. And I think what we'll do though is, you know, True Love, we've delved into your story, and it's so it's incredible. I think it's a very unique case to talk to you because of like you managed to go from, you know, being a teenager right the way through to being an adult, having this change of emotion and this change of view on Russ and the whole experience, finally
Sure.
go through the manor yourself. And really it just sounds a lot like disappointment after disappointment, feeding into one man's, I don't know, sick desire to control, humiliate, dominate, and I don't know, just I feel like oppress is probably another word as well.
Yeah.
And like I say, when you look back at the Mckamey Manor from Los Angeles and you see what it was like then, and you start hearing what it is like now, you can. I still don't understand what it is. I still don't get what the end game is of all this. It's weird. And like I
Such
say,
a big story.
yeah, we've had the cult, we've had the fetish side of it all. Where is it? Certainly for me, the only reason I got dragged into this whole scenario was based off of the predatory comments. If it turns out that all of those allegations are false, we're not going to drop this on the channel. I just want to point that out. I'm happy to see this through as far as we possibly can, because there's a lot of clever people out there that can be brought together to make change, so to say, for legal reasons. And he's going to have done something on the internet, surely. People that have that mindset, if that mindset in Russ is real, there's a highly likely that somewhere he's tripped up on the internet. And we'll find it, Russ.
Morg says Amy has a link in Facebook Messenger.
Oh, what does that mean?
I'm just reading what it says in the chat.
Amy has a link in Facebook Messenger. Hang on a minute. Just okay, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, Morgs. I don't know what you mean.
I'll keep you updated. You can go on. I'll wait.
Does anyone know how to get a link to Amy Lee? Does anyone know? Like, I literally have an email address in the fucking this chat. Worst case scenario, just get her to ping me an email. I'll open my emails now. Just stick Amy Lee in the title or subject, and I'll send you a link right now. I'm not trying to be difficult. It's just we're live, so I can't. I just don't know how else I can do it. Amy has a link. I don't know how to do that. I just help a brother out here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just let the other boys introduce themselves as well, so that we know who everybody is and all the rest of it. Because I can tell this is going to be what just got age restricted. What the fuck? Yes, something just got age restricted. I'm pretty sure this chat just got age restricted for showing the clip of Mckamey Manor. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
That's interesting.
And this is a dude who doesn't allow cussing in his videos or in his group so that kids can be a part of the Mckamey Manor closed group.
Why would what?
You can contest it.
Oh no, I'm not. I don't like poking you. I don't like them watching through my videos. Don't watch through anything.
Probably a good idea.
Don't watch anything.
Leave it to the algorithm. Leave it to the algorithm.
Just read the titles, which are now going to be really nice titles. I'm going to tell you that now, right? I've changed a lot of things about my tags and shit.
Let's learn the good side of Russ McKenna.
Ron needs some new shoes, man. We got to start making this algorithm like Ron a little more, okay? Because we need some help with the shoes here, YouTube. But okay, so no, we've not got any more. I really don't like them looking through my videos. Listen, YouTube, I'm fine with you age restricting stuff. That's fine. It's when you get trigger happy and you're just like that, bam, channel strike, and you're like, no. That's the worst.
That's a week on the second channel.
I have not went into a single quarter of this year without at least one strike on the channel. At least one. Fucking rebel.
Until this, huh?
Oh no, I constantly have them. The shit that I do
Oh,
on the channel, like there's just too many people. Like nipples. I'm going to be honest with you. The main problem
Nipplegate.
has been nipples. Okay, it's known as Nipplegate on this channel, right? Okay, we can talk about fathers cutting their fucking kids' heads off with chainsaws. We can do all of that, but you show a bit of areola, okay? A woman's is that right? It is an areola. That's not in the badge, right? Yeah, it's
Ariel.
show like a half moon of areola, your channel's getting struck. And we're talking 3 frames out of a video where this nipple was just like bing, hadn't been blurred. That was my first strike. And then I decided to cover everything with pictures of Hitler and re-upload the video. Totally fine. No problem with pictures of Hitler everywhere, but areolas, no. So yeah. Oh yeah. That's how Ron takes the low road when it comes to the algorithm. All right. So yeah. Okay. But okay, Wolf, introduce yourself. Let us know your history with the manor. And
I got a lot to say.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're going to get through it all. Like I say, we're going to make sure the Survivor Series. Someone has asked about the Survivor Series. The Survivor Series is coming back this month. The staff member that was running collate and everything is on a sabbatical, so I'm just getting everything regathered in. I've got 2 people that are going to be rendering out the animations, and then we're back with the Survivor Series. Don't worry, there's been a lot of improvements on the series as well. It's going to look awesome. So yeah, it's all coming back. Don't worry. It's just having a baby. It's held a lot of stuff up. So yeah, we're still looking for Amy Lee to come on as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Wolf just have his moment to himself and let us know don't need to go too much into it because we will give you your own time, mate. Don't worry. I just don't want to.
That's fine.
The worst thing we fall in is we end up doing like a 4-hour fucking stream that then turns into a video, and then you guys have all said your bit in the one video, but people are only watching the first 40 minutes of the video. You see what I mean? And then you guys are lost at the end of this. So I'd rather make a big point of I've just left you on your own on the screen there while I'm
that's cool.
It's just like talking like you will just tell them this. No, but if we just focus on one person per night, everyone can get a chance to introduce themselves. Then tomorrow night we can tell your story and we can go through the week where everyone really gets a chance to be focused on, because information is key and getting lost in video. It's why my DMs are a mess as well. Like shit just gets lost, and I don't like that. So tell us who you are. Tell us your background within the man.
Well, the first thing I want to mention, you mentioned that that whole thing that was happening December 1st, where everybody was going to charge the manor. That was my idea. I'm the one who posted that. Now I want to talk about that first, just a second.
Fucking rebel.
That is a meme. Okay, that is a meme.
Facebook page. Okay, what you can't see in the background there is his AK-47 stripped down into parts on the table. All right. Okay, carry on.
All right, that is a meme. Okay, that was meant for. This is before everything blew up. I took that off the whole Area 51 thing. It's supposed to be meant as a joke because before this whole deep in the rabbit hole stuff happened, we were just joking around, like saying, where's this manor? It doesn't exist. I was like, let's do an Area 51 thing where everybody charges it and see if they can find the manor. One of the Kool-Aid drinkers. I call the followers the Kool-Aid drinkers. I'll explain why later. One of them took it way too serious and was talking about guns on the page, and it cracked me up, so I just went with it. I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to do this and that. Listen, I'm telling everybody right now, it's a meme. It's a joke. Do not show up there in December. It's a joke. It's a meme. Don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
So now that that's out of the way.
Yeah. Now that the disclaimer has been verbally fucking put across. Right?
That's my response. I'm the one who posted that. It's just a joke. Nobody's going
to
show
up. I've got a funny feeling you might be standing in court telling the same story in about fucking 4 weeks.
I'm going to use this video as evidence. I told everybody before it happened.
Okay, sorry.
So
carry on, brother.
So I found out about the manor back in May. I just learned everything about it. I was on my phone looking for something to do, and I seen, hey, there's this haunted house that pays $20,000 if you last 10 hours in it. It said something just like that. So I was like, all right, and of course there was like a 40,000 person waiting list. So Russ's email's there, and I was like, you know what? I got to get this guy's attention. I got to get him to want to take me. So I was like, I wrote him this real arrogant email. I was like, you know what? I challenge you to actually scare me out of this house. I was like, because this is probably nothing. If I go in there, I'll take your 20,000. That's why you'll never write me back. So it was like literally 10 minutes later, he writes me back. So that's red flag number one. You got a 40,000 person waiting list and you're writing me back in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Either you are a lucky motherfucker,
exactly.
or there's some slight non-truthfulness to the list.
Listen, for $20,000, I'm not thinking about that stuff. I'm like, hey, this is $20,000. I'm not going to ask questions.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to offer me a chance for $20,000. Okay, yes, sir, sure. Yeah, I'm here. What do you need? He says, listen, we got a cancellation next week. We need a guy with an attitude like yours to take his place. Now, I'm thinking this guy's a scam, but here he called me up. He talked to me. Voice talked to me, told me all this stuff I had to do. I had to get a sports physical at the doctor's, and that was it. He said I had to pay for that, and then he gave me this laundry list of stuff I had to bring with me. Some of the stuff was duct tape, glitter, paint.
Yeah, you were saying pliers. That. So was that all the props needed for your show that you were just paying to bring with you?
Supposedly, yeah.
And I think I asked you. Mm-hmm. For me, it just sounds a lot like an inconvenience for you to have to gather up all this shit, which is
he has nothing there. Like he has nothing left, so he's having his contestants bring their own stuff that he's going to use against you. Like that's how non-money, non-prepared this guy is right now. Like you got to bring your own stuff, to do your own whatever he's going to do to you there. Yeah. So after I got off the phone with him, this is a week beforehand, he's like, okay, listen, your tour starts right now before you even get here. I'm going to write this stuff on Facebook. I'm going to send you messages, and you're going to do whatever I say. And again, he told me about those fail cards that Dan mentioned. You got to win these fail cards. And for you to go to the Manor, you need at least one fail card. So later in the week, he wrote me this laundry list of these tasks I had to do. Because I'm driving from Pennsylvania. Okay. We got a 10-hour drive to Tennessee. And he's like, listen, every hour on the hour, you need to do a live feed on our personal page of you doing one of these tasks that Chris was going to send. Chris is one of the admins there. He's going to send me this whole list of chores, and every hour on the hour, I got to do a live feed. And this is like a 24-hour thing. So it's like, all right, whatever. And he's like, you win fail cards for doing this. And these tasks are ridiculous. I had my friend coming with me. One of the tasks was I had to go in public, like in front of a Walmart, pretend I was a mime trapped in a box. I couldn't speak at all. My friend had to record it, and I had to try to convince somebody to break me out of a box. Another fun one was 2 a.m. I don't know what state I'm in, but I had to go to a gas station, and I'm dressed up in my costume too. And Russ wanted me to have somebody go in the gas station and buy me something with their own money or something. So I'm dressed like some freak out there, 2 a.m. Nobody's coming to this gas station. I'm waiting by the door, just staring at people as they're coming in or whatever. Lucky enough, though, I got somebody to get me a bottle of water. And so we did really good at these tasks, like the stuff we were doing. And I guess Russ, he was staying up all night, not thinking we were going to do this stuff. I guess he got pissed off or something because we were kicking ass. So all of a sudden, my friend's on Facebook. He's like, oh, look at this. And there's a post by Russ that says, we were pronouncing Mckamey Manor wrong. So every video we pronounced the name wrong, he's taking away like 5 fail cards from us or something crazy. Yeah. So we ended up doing like 8 hours of work.
Can you just explain to us exactly the fail card system and what that means?
And ended up hurts. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. Like I was saying, I had a 10-hour drive there. Yeah. All these tasks I had to do ended up taking us 16 hours to actually get there. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, you froze for a second there. Could you just go over?
You guys there?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
I lost audio. Hold on a second.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll wait for you, bro. That's okay. Oh, it's me. Hey. Oh, hey. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. I could be doing anything. Can't be doing anything there. StreamYard. You just cutting back to me like that, eh? You're savage. I think Wolf just lost connection there, but just somebody was asking about the doc again. Yeah, the doc's almost redone. I keep adding stuff. I keep taking stuff out. I keep reshooting bits. But that's only been because I've been waiting on an interview transcript or a verbal interview with a girl that came forward who was a victim of hurtcore. And, I'm not going to be the guy who's like emailing the victim being like, can you hurry the fuck up? Like, it's just not how you do things. So that's here. I've been taking the time to kind of cut things in and out. It's really, you're really gonna, I think you're going to be happy with the results. Okay, Wolf's back. There we go. So just to let everyone know, I'm monitoring my emails. I just got an email from somebody referring to me as a social justice warrior. I hope I'm not a social justice warrior. Like, please. I mean, I get it, but like honestly,
Ron
like,
Swanson, social
I'm sorry about
justice
that.
warrior.
I had a phone call. It threw me off. I'm sorry about that, guys.
yeah, that's okay. Don't worry. But I appreciate your emails. I'm going to email you back. Don't worry. Yeah, just I'll ping you an email back. Don't worry. I don't want to mention your name or anything, but I'll ping you an email back. Don't worry. There's a lot of chat about Scientology going on here, right? And if Russ is a Scientologist, that just makes it even sweeter for me because them Scientologists they're a fun bunch. We've got a long and deep-rooted history, me and the Scientologists. Little fuckers. So I'm going to cut back to Wolf. And Wolf, you were just giving us your kind of summary of what your experience was.
Just to continue, he made this Facebook post that said every time we pronounce the name wrong, we lose fail cards. We're at like -10.
That's what it was. That's
yeah.
what it was. Can you tell us what the fail card system is?
Okay, so apparently every time you do a task, you get a fail card. You can win up to like 20 or 30 of them. I don't know how many he said, but every one was worth a portion of that $20,000 he's going to give you. Now, once you get to the manor, if you can't handle a task there, you give them a fail card and you can skip that task. So you have to make it through the manor with 20 fail cards or something like that to get all $20,000.
Okay.
Otherwise, you just get what you know, whatever fail cards you have.
I got you. I think that is definitely the quote of the night. Russ is full of creepy issues. It nails it on the fucking head. Okay. That is where we're definitely at right now. That is we're legally allowed to say that. Okay. So we're legally okay
that works for me.
with that. All right. So yeah, definitely. And it is super weird. I just want to say as well, I still have no way of contacting Amy Lee. No one's punged me any emails or anything like that, so I'm still monitoring everything. If you don't make it on tonight, Amy, we can definitely hang on. Here's a fucking thing here. What is that? Who's messaged me? Yeah. Well, don't worry about the Discord. Are you locked? Are you locked somewhere? Are you trapped in the side part? Hang on a minute. Sorry, I'm just talking out loud here.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, yeah, there's a few people. Can a couple of the admins just go and investigate anything that's going on in the probation office? Just make sure there's nobody that we need on for tonight trapped in there. I don't think so. Everyone's myrtling their turtle pretty well, and I know that makes no sense to anyone watching unless you're on the Discord, but I'm not a crazy person. Yeah. Okay. So I'm definitely convinced that any of the places where I should be looking, I have no contact with Amy Lee. So if you don't make it on tonight, Amy, we will 100% have you on tomorrow. What I would like to do, though, is just give Joss a chance just to introduce himself, tell us a little bit about himself, and obviously we can all soak in that rich hairdo, okay, from a fellow mega-haired man himself. I can only feel more comfortable with another one of my own kind here. But Wolf, we will be coming back to you. Don't worry. I'm not. This isn't the end of that. I'm just making sure that we're sort of approaching the 2-hour point. So I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to introduce themselves, and we know
definitely
moving forward into tomorrow night, because the only night that we've got a show is Tuesday night. We've got our paranormal show. We'll be doing that on Tuesday. We can do this right after that show. We'll keep this going all week because this is something that I'd rather just get all the information out in the live streams and then get everything collated for a couple of videos, and then at least everything is on the internet and up to date now. It's not all on a fucking Facebook group. It's not spread around everywhere. We've got a couple of tools that'll just get everyone who wants to know up to date on everything. And as people come out the woodwork, we can get them on the live streams, and just the whole thing is a living organism right now. So, yeah, Josh, Trooper, tell us all about you, and welcome, sir.
Okay. So I don't know how fast you want me to make this shit. My story is rather long.
Well, don't listen. I would much rather all the really in-depth stories happen at the start of the stream so that you guys aren't lost. You know, not you guys personally, but if you're going to start a really interesting story now, it's just people are going to have to watch in like 2 hours. I'd rather kick it off with your full story tomorrow or the next day. Don't get me wrong, you hit us with your story now, but just save the meat. Do you know what I mean? Save the meat for when we can really have the time to go into it, because my only fear is, like I say, people missing information in the live streams because we let them go on for 4 or 5 hours, which we've done before. So and like I say, the analytics on the longer videos from streams, people tend to die off about halfway through, and I don't want your information to not be seen. That's basically all it is. It's not about not giving everybody up an opportunity tonight. It's just making sure your information is key and not lost at the end. That's all.
All right, that's cool. So basically, but I was just a dude. I learned about McKamey Manor on MySpace way back in 2007, 2008. I became infatuated with it.
Holy shit, I think that's the fucking second time we've heard MySpace mentioned. So a big shout out to MySpace for making it into 2019 videos. Big shout out.
Shout out to Tom, #1 friend.
Oh, fucking hell. Tom.
So yeah, basically I learned about this guy on Facebook or MySpace, sorry. And I got into the YouTube thing. I became a really big fan. Facebook became a thing. I joined the Facebook group, their closed little Mckamey Manor group. I was very active. I was a really big supporter at one time. I was on the Kool-Aid, as everybody likes to say. So I was going to take a tour. I had a tour scheduled, and I went to go take my tour, and I got in a car accident. I sent Russ pictures of my car accident. Okay. I showed him. I did a live with him with a neck brace on my fucking neck.
Yeah.
Or freaking neck. Sorry, we're already age restricted. Anyways,
we're all good for language on this channel. Don't worry about language in the streams. That's not a problem. It's not a problem.
We already got hit with that.
Like I start off the show like, "How we doing, motherfuckers?" So I ruin it from the get go. So
yeah. So anyways, yeah, that was when the bullshit started. I became a fake, a loser. I was publicly harassed. I was bullied as fuck. So basically, I was like, all right, Russ, we'll play this. This was when I started talking with Dan T. Me and Dan T's story intertwined like this. Okay. I didn't mean to flick anybody off. Sorry. So yeah, basically Dan T gave me some information. Like he said, he was the fire that started this shit. I'm not trying to dick ride or anything, but if it wasn't for Dan T saying the shit that he said to me at the time of my tour, I would have made a really big fucking mistake. I would have went to Mckamey Manor, and probably would be a sob story, just like all these other people that you're gonna talk to. So basically, yeah. I started the Truthers group last year. People may know about us, Truthers Anonymous. We put a lot of shit out. Dan worked with us. There's some other people that I don't have permission to name. I know Robert Jenkins is a guy who helped us out. Becky and Greg, they helped us out. Local guys, Trent McConnell, he really helped us out. So anyways, yeah, we came out against Russ. We started a whole page, live videos every day, just like this. And we were just all about exposing Russ, exposing him, getting to the truth of who Russ Mckamey is as a person, what is the manor, what's real, what's not. Yeah. Because one thing you're going to learn is this is a fucking rabbit hole, man. And it is fucking stupid. It is literally fucking stupid. And the deeper you get, the more stuff you're going to get.
Yeah, I do feel like already I'm sucked into an elaborate ARG where you're all actors and none of this is real. And in like next year on Reddit, it's all going to come out as like the biggest ARG that's ever fucking happened. 20 years of seeding on the internet. Obviously it's not, but at least that would make fucking sense. Okay, that makes more sense than I still don't know what this is. I still don't know what Mckamey Manor is. I still don't know what it is. It's
well, my dude. 100%.
That
like if he's gonna get exposed,
yeah,
he's gonna get exposed this year.
Yeah, this is it. I get it.
This is the biggest it's ever got. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and dick ride you or whatever the fuck, but
yeah, man.
You know, you have a decent following behind you. You're one of the bigger people out against Russ. I mean, even the guy David Farrier that did the Dark Tourist thing, he's even came out against Russ, and he filmed a fucking documentary on Netflix with this guy. There is shit to this story. A lot of this stuff you're hearing is real, but there are a lot of people that are coming out talking straight out of their ass that want attention.
Of course,
and that's something you got to be wary of.
Yeah, everyone that is exactly what I'm not discrediting anyone at all. I'll listen to anyone who's got anything to say about Russ, but we just have to remember that we have to be honest, and a lot of this is allegations, and especially when it comes to the kid stuff, that is all allegations at the moment. The Manor stuff and how he treats adults, I'm sure all of that is fucking real. Like, you know, we have literal witnesses, testimonies, the whole lot, interviews lined up. We've even got ex-staff members lined up for interviews this week. Do you know what I mean? So trust me, if I totally agree with you, Josh, Trooper, sorry, this is, if there's anything that's going to be found out, it's now. Eyes are turning, and like I say, for me, I've always just let Russ do what he was doing. I've never really looked into him, ever. But the minute that I heard Holly's tape, I knew this was the time to this was the time to get involved, because if that is true, if he's a non-contact predator, allegedly, that needs to be fucking known.
Yeah, dude, Holly's video was really big. A lot of us, dude, I mean, I did the Truthers thing, Dan did the Truthers thing. This was almost 2 years ago. I mean, and we've been doing this shit nonstop. And I mean, we put out really big shit. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But I mean, Holly's video literally, it was big, bro. And I think we talked about this earlier in a chat or something. Carol did a live with me last night in our little group. I'm not gonna like hype it up or anything like that, but we did put the live in there, and
you're more than welcome. Anytime you guys come on these shows, have your links ready, have all that shit. You're more than welcome to plug your stuff. Like, this is not one of those places where you're going to be like, hey, you're talking about your Facebook group. No, plug your shit. Plug your shit. It's not a problem. Just be better. Obviously, I could have told you that beforehand, but just be prepared. If you're using your phone, get a little notepad up with all your links. You can copy and text. Towards the end, we can whack all the links in. At the start, we'll whack all the links in so that when people are watching this as a video, we can be like, so all the links are at the beginning in the fucking side chat, and they're at the end at the side chat, and all that kind of stuff. So it's I'm more than happy for that. So don't ever feel like you can't plug your orgs.
Well, I was definitely late as fuck to this party. So yeah, the group's name is Mckamey Manor shit posting Truthers Reborn type. That's the name of the fucking group. I know that's yeah, so that's the name of the group. There is actual credible shit coming out on there. That's not just shit posting.
Yeah, okay, we're done with that. We're done with that. Fucking quality. It's like when you're still using email from when you were like 13 and your email is like bigballs69, do you know what I mean, at hotmail.com. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're the fucker that emailed me earlier, aren't you?
That's me, man. That's me. You know this. I'm just
and you're applying for a CEO job or some shit, you know.
Holy shit, Dan T is still here.
Yeah, everyone's still here. Everyone's still here. We were just
it's so much better to see other beautiful faces.
In saying that, we've lost Cap. Like, Cap seems to have disappeared. I don't know where my admin's gone, but he's vanished. So I just want to say my house has been fusing all week. So if for some reason I disappear and you three are left here without Cap, I will be back once I fix the fuse. It takes about 12 minutes, but I will be back. Oh no, Cap's here. He's back. Cap's obviously.
That's the better way to do it.
What's that?
See the name. Just put your.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, put like your Twitter or whatever your fucking social is as your name, and then it's like perma plug.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? Look at his wee face. Look at that. He did a good thing. Okay.
So hey, dude, I did want to tell you, like, straight up. I know, like, you want to cut this off very, very soon. I think you're in the group now, the shit posting group. The video with Carol is marked as an announcement in the group. Dude, feel free to record that, edit the shitty audio as much as you want, and use whatever the hell you want out of it.
That'd be
And
great.
actually, as soon as I'm off of this, I'm going live with Carol again tonight.
Sweet.
And you're also free to use that too. That's like public permission. Do whatever you want.
That would be great.
I'm putting that on my YouTube channel whenever you're done with it.
If you could
Same
just
here.
give everyone a prod this week to just be like, come and chat with us. We just want to get as many people on here as we possibly can. And I think what we'll do is tomorrow night, we'll kick this off with Trooper and Wolf's story. We'll get their full meat of their experiences done. True Love, you can be here too. I'm not 100%. Oh, who just posted a number? What is that number? What is that?
Is that Russ's phone number?
It's fake. It's fake. Someone's like, post your social security number as your username at 420-69-0666.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
As soon as I read it, I started laughing.
I swear to God, right? We were doing a fucking live stream, right, on this guy called Jared, right? And he's a fucking predator on YouTube. We're coming. It's not over, Jared. It's coming. Okay. I keep saying this, but it is. Okay. People got to stop trying to fuck those kids, and you're one of them. So yeah, I got a strike on my other channel because somebody was posting his phone number in the side chat. So now anytime I see numbers, I'm just like, ban them, block everybody. But no, it's fine. Okay, that was a joke. It's fine. I get it now. I'm on the same page as everyone. All right. My phone number is, stop it. Okay. So yeah. So where were we? Oh yeah. So tomorrow night we'll start off with you guys. We'll get straight in with the meat of your guys' story. That is, of course, Trooper and Wolf. True Love as well. You're more than welcome to join us.
I still have more to tell, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So tomorrow night, what we'll do, like I say, we'll get your guys' stories. We'll just go straight in. And, listen, anyone who thinks that the Jared situation is over, right, is fucking crazy. If Jared thinks it's over, it's fucking crazy. Like, you'll see. I literally have the nail for the coffin, and that's all I was waiting for. So tomorrow night we'll start off. We'll go straight into these guys' stories. What time is your stream tonight, Josh?
Literally as soon as I get off of this, I'm calling Carol to see if she's on her way home from work yet. Okay. We were shooting for 9:40 Eastern Time, United States, which is 1 hour and 40 minutes from right now.
Okay, awesome.
So yeah, dude, feel free to join us, and I can send you a link to the actual group. That'd be great. Whatever you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. What I'll do as well is we can get all the pages collated, and I'll put a Discord page up where anyone that wants to be posting about this and getting evidence gathered, who's part of my community, because they're hungry. We have some of the best amateur online investigators the world has ever fucking seen, and they're information gatherers, my community. So we'll set up a nice little room. We'll get the pages linked there. Anyone who wants to delve into this, feel free to do so. Because like I say, out of all the conspiracies, all of the big, bad, evil, bad men in the world, this is an actual solvable fucking conundrum. It's not going to be an easy one, right? But surely this is the time. If there's genuinely some dark shit, this is the time. This has to be the time.
This is the team that's going to do it right here, too.
That you asked tonight, bro, is answered in the video that was posted last night, and I wish you would have seen it last night or today before we did this.
Right. Well, that's what that's what I will do after this chat. I'll go and get my ass caught up with that. Someone's saying something about Rep Zillion there, Rep Zion.
I'm sorry I cut you off, Wolf. By the way, bro.
Oh, you're fine, man.
Oh shit, Rep Zion is actually in the chat. That's a bit fucking crazy. Big shout out,
Josh.
Yeah.
What's up, Dan?
Check your audio tonight. Make it a clear video, because last night was.
Carol also says she's going to try to use her computer tonight too. I'm trying to find somebody that can maybe edit the video good enough to lower my voice volume with the questions and maybe add subtitles or something and just enhance. Because Carol, you hear her fine, but it's just that weird Facebook Live echo shit.
I just want to say, Rep Zion, if you're still there, I've pinged you a DM on Twitter last week. If you could just give me a DM back, because I think you and I could be friends. I just want to say that. Check out some of the content, because I think you and I are on the same. I think we could be buddies. So check your DMs. I would really appreciate just 10 minutes of your time. So yeah, quite exciting. That's quite exciting. So yeah, tomorrow night we'll hit back with it. We'll get completely stuck in. And Carol, like I say, if when you're interviewing Carol tonight, just let her know that the platform's available to her. You're more than welcome to be here with her if she wants to have that kind of security of a familiar face and all that kind of stuff. I'm more than happy to extend that.
I'll say 63%. If I'm here with her, she might come here, and I'll make a group chat with me, you, and her. I'll talk to her as soon as we're done.
Yeah.
I'll make a group chat with me, you, and her, and see what I can do for you.
Yes, Cap.
He told you send him another one because he's got a shit dozen.
Oh, okay, yeah, dude. I feel the DM pain, man. Like I'm tiny, and it's actually agonizing. It's when you start off all excited when your channel grows, and you're like, I'm always going to keep up with the DMs, and then the reality strikes, and you're like, fuck. It's hardcore. So I really appreciate it. I'm going to ping you one right now. I'm just trying not to lose my fucking mind right now. So. Hey, it is Ron. I am live. Hello. That is the one. It's sent. Exciting times, Red Zion. Thank you very much. So I guess tomorrow night, we're back tomorrow night. We're going to delve deeper into the story of the people who've experienced this. I have an interview set up with an ex-member of staff from the Manor tomorrow night. And I'm going to tell you now, for all the tea that you guys have from the outside perspective and the consumer perspective of the Manor, the inside perspective it's fucking dark. And it isn't a surprise that when you start meeting people that have been in contact with Russ, I've not met a single person who's currently a friend of Russ. I cannot find anyone who is in Russ's life that has anything positive to say about him at all. Okay? I've not heard a single thing from a supporter. I've not heard a single thing from a rival Facebook group. I've not heard anything. Nothing. It's dust. It's fucking those bushes that you see in the movies blowing in the dust. And
welcome to the rabbit hole.
Yeah. So hopefully we can keep pushing Russ to come on and get an interview done, and we'll just keep going with this because, like I say, there's a lot of information that needs to be put out there. I don't want it to be at the end of a stream. I want the meat to be at the start. So tomorrow we'll kick off the first hour of the show with these three gentlemen's stories, the final parts of their stories. We'll get all of that there, and we'll make sure that the stream is titled appropriately and that it's labeled so that when this all comes out as a big series of information dumps and interviews and videos, it's playlisted and it's collated for everyone to watch back, because I think it's really important that we get something online that brings everybody up to now from literally day one, because this is a long, weird road and nobody should miss out any of it because it's long, you know. And yeah, we're just going to keep pumping this one out. So let us know what you guys think when the video, if you're watching this as a video, you're watching it right now, let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think about Russ. Let us know about what you think about keeping this this story going, because I genuinely feel like it's important that if there is a predator out there and he is doing a show where people have had their kids or young teens involved, if he is doing mind games with his girlfriends, if he's doing mind games with people around him, none of these are painting a picture of a positive person. None of these are painting a picture of an individual that should be in any form of public work, especially one where he's allowed to abuse people after they sign this 40-page waiver. And we'll look into that waiver as well. We'll have a little look at the highlights of that tomorrow night. But listen, I think 2 hours and 15 is a good one for people watching back. I think that.
Hey, Ron. Yeah? Someone was wondering the channel that Josh was mentioning.
Oh yeah, is that the Facebook group?
Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. I literally have one fucking upload, and it is one just 20-something minute exposure video of Mckamey Manor. A lot of people are having trouble viewing it. I don't know if it's something with my phone's update system or whatever the fuck, but a lot of people couldn't see it. So Most of my business does come from Facebook.
Josh, you need to put tags in your YouTube video, dude.
I know, but it's just like the YouTube video itself is not working. It's not loading. So yeah, the group is called Mckamey Manor Shitposting Truthers Reborn. I will literally send these guys a link if you know how to contact them. If they have somewhere they're posting their stuff, maybe they'll post it there. But other than that, nah, I don't really YouTube. So
yeah.
I'll promote my channel real quick. Check it out on YouTube. It's Dan Truelove on YouTube. And then Justin, if you want to promote your channel real quick as well.
Mine's just called Wolfstar, but to find one of my videos, just put in Mckamey Manor Exposed. All my videos start with that. I'm the dude dressed in black, bitching Russ out on my tour. And then if you want to check out our Facebook page too, it's Mckamey Manor Talk. Join there. There's a bunch of pictures, bunch of stories on there, all kinds of information to check out.
Here's a fun fact for you. YouTube, right, will demonetize you for the word exposed. Okay? They are fucking
my monetization.
They'll also demonetize you for the word Scottish. So there you go.
I don't even care about the demonetization. I don't care about the monetization. I just want this shit out.
I'm not trying to make money off of this either.
Yeah, it just needs to be public.
It's just a fun fact, okay? It's just a fun fact.
That is a fun fact, though.
Algorithm world where, exposed, bad word. Scottish, bad word.
Fuck that. I want my money for exposure, bitch.
Areolas. Can't show them. It's not happening. I want to hear these guys talk more. Okay, listen, if you guys want, we can keep it going for another little minute. But like I say, it's just for when we're watching this back, we don't want the information to be lost. And that's the only reason. It's to keep when people are watching this back, it's to make sure everyone gets all the information. I just don't want anyone's key stories coming at the end. That's all.
It saves Ron on a previously on,
which I will say again when I'm on, for the meet or whatever. But can you put me on the full screen? Because this is very important.
Yes. Here we go. Look into his eyes.
Now listen, okay, for all the Kool-Aid drinkers out there, every time that post a comment on my YouTube saying, "Oh, that's just the boot camp, and that's just to see what you can take in the manor." Okay, now pay attention and get some common sense. When Russ makes you stay up for 24 hours at night, then you got to go in there from morning till night again, doing all that bullshit. How the fuck is that supposed to see how you're supposed to do in the manor when you're exhausted and you just did all that shit? That is not safety. He's saying he's doing all this shit for safety and to see if you can make it through. What's the point of staying up all night? How is putting glitter on somebody's face and fucking paint supposed to see if you can get through the fucking manor? That makes no fucking sense. And let me tell you this too, okay? Holding your breath for 30 seconds inside a thing of water, no human being, unless they're Chinese and can hold their breath for like hours, nobody can hold their breath for 30 seconds and swim 200 yards, that's 2 football fields, underwater. Two fucking football fields underwater and a maze on top of that, okay? Holding your breath for 30 seconds. I want to see the fucking person that can swim 200 yards in 30 seconds, all right? I'm sorry, but holding your breath for 30 seconds ain't going to get you through some false, fake 200 football field bullshit lab you have in the back of your fucking yard. I'm sorry, but the boot camp thing, the boot camp is
the essence of run run.
That's all I wanted to say. I don't want to hear one more fucking comment about, "Oh, it's boot camp." It's just to see if you're strong enough and can make it now. And when you're staying up all night and doing it from morning to night, that's not boot camp. That's trying to get you the fuck out of there because he has no manner.
Hey, I want to ask you one more thing, Will. I want to tell you one more thing. How do you feel about Adobe?
A what?
How do you feel about Adobe? Like, tell us, Adobe is a company that make Photoshop, right? That fucked me. They fucked me, man. Okay? They fucked me good.
With that?
We're not going to go into it now. All right. We're not going to go into it just now. All right. But just know can we get a bunch of Adobe logos out in the side chat from the members if anyone's on? But yeah.
I already did.
You already did.
Yo, Wolf, a big thing
dude, that's bullshit. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out.
Yeah. Wolf, one big thing that would be great for you and Dan both, and anybody that's taking a tour that we want a lot of confirmation on, there is no medical trained anybody on site for anybody's tour ever.
My tour was literally Russ, and that was it. Nobody. It was Russ and my friend videotaping me, telling Russ to get me the fuck out of there because he even thought Russ was lunatic.
Truth.
That was it.
Truth.
It was literally just Russ. Not even Russ's girls. Wasn't there? I didn't see fucking Russ's dogs.
I'm sure that all kinds of legal issues for running any sort of business in the US.
Right.
Right, listen, I just want to say, you guys, if you want to join the Discord, there's a link that I'm posting right now in the side chat. If you guys want to come and join us for an after show chat, I certainly advise Josh and Wolf and True Love, if you guys already haven't, come and join. That's where you guys will create a special room. You guys can post your links when you guys are doing your interviews and things like this, just so that you've got a point of contact for this community, for your other communities, if that makes sense, just for tapping into the resources here. So I've put the link in the description. I encourage everyone to come and join us. I can feel all my admins on Discord's colons just clenching up right now as the fucking links get posted in the live chats. But this is the way it is. So come join us, and we'll have a little after chat, and we'll all just be waiting for Josh the Trooper's chat with Carol. I mean, let's be honest. I think that is literally what the remainder of the evening will be for my community. I would imagine is waiting to hop on the listen to your stream. So I just want to say a massive thank you to True Love, to Wolf, to Josh, of course, the Pooper Trooper, and of course Cap for joining me. Everyone who's
too, man.
Side chat, thank you so much. We will be back again tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, with the next part. I mean, I don't know what to call it. I mean, we're unmasking Mckamey, and that is what we're going to do. So join us tomorrow night, and thank you. From me, as always, Ron Swanson, be safe out there. And from the panel members, once again, thank you all for joining us. You guys have been awesome. And for you guys for watching, please remember to leave a like and a share.